Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so if you're looking for something to, help you really focus or maybe relax, even sleep better, you've probably bumped into names like Brain.fm and Endel.
Oh, definitely. They're huge in the Soundscape app world.
Right. So today, our mission is basically to break down the key differences between these two, help you figure out which one might actually work best for you.
And it's interesting because while they both promise to sort of tune your brain, their whole philosophy is different. It's like, is sound a tool for getting stuff done, or is it more about creating an atmosphere?
Exactly that. So we're not just going to list features. We'll dig into how they actually work, what they feel like, and, the good and the bad for each.
The goal is to give you enough insight to make a call based on what you need it for.
Perfect. Let's start with Brain.fm. This one really feels like the performance-focused option, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's built like completely around the science. The idea is neuroacoustic synchronization.
Neuroacoustic. Okay, what does that mean in practice?
Well, instead of just, generic calming music, Brain.fm uses these really specific rhythmic sounds. Think isochronic tones, maybe binaural beats sometimes.
Ah,
The goal is to gently nudge your brain's own electrical activity, its brainwaves, towards a certain frequency. They talk about neural phase locking.
locking onto a frequency, like for focus.
Exactly. Maybe like the 40 hertz range, which is often linked to, high concentration, getting in the flow.
And apparently it works pretty fast. The sources say something like, works within about 10 minutes.
Yeah, for a lot of people, they feel that shift quite quickly. And you can tweak it a bit too. Choose different styles like lo-fi, ambient, classical, even nature sounds. Adjust intensity.
Plus the practical stuff built-in timer, and this is big, it works offline.
Huge benefit. But there's a flip side.
Uh,
Because it's so focused on function, on like output.
it doesn't feel very cozy.
Right. It feels more functional than cozy, as one source put it. It does the job, maybe really well, but the vibe isn't the priority, and it doesn't adapt at all. You set it for focus, and that's the rhythm you get.
Okay, so if Brain.fm gives you that quick, reliable focus boost, why would you look at Endel then? It seems like a totally different beast.
It really is. Endel's whole engineering goal is different. It's not trying to lock you into one state. It's about continuous atmospheric support. It's adaptive.
Right, Endel's is definitely all about mood and atmosphere. It makes these soundscapes that actually change, right?
Constantly.
Yeah.
It uses inputs like the time of day, your location, are you at home or work, even the weather outside.
And your heart rate, too, if you have an Apple Watch.
Yeah, that's a key one. It pulls in biometric data. So imagine you're using the relax mode and your heart rate suddenly spikes.
Stress signal.
Right. Endel might subtly shift the sound, maybe drop some higher frequencies, slow the tempo down a bit to gently encourage you back towards calm. It's like this personal soundtrack that evolves with you. Soft in the morning, maybe brighter midday, then calmer, deeper at night.
That sounds incredibly
Yeah.
seamless.
Yeah.
And the app itself looks great. Very minimalist. So if you really care about how your environment feels, Endel seems strong.
Definitely. Aesthetics are a big plus. But there are trade-offs, like you said.
Okay, what are we?
Well, even though it's always changing, because it's algorithmically generated within certain rules, some users find it can get a bit repetitive after a while. You start to hear the patterns.
I can see that.
And you mentioned the Apple Watch, some of its coolest features, like the heart rate sync or tying into iOS circadian rhythms, they really work best, or sometimes only, on Apple devices.
Good point. Ecosystem lock-in, potentially. And it's usually pricier, too, isn't it?
Generally, yeah. Compared to Brain.fm, especially if you find a discount for Brain.fm, which seems more common.
Okay, so bringing it all together for the listener, how do you choose? It sounds like it really boils down to your main goal.
I think so. It's quite clear, really. If you prioritize the vibe, the atmosphere, that seamless, adaptive background sound that changes with you, Endel, is probably your best bet. It's sophisticated, feels personal.
But if you just need to buckle down, block out distractions, and get work done now,
Then Brain.fm is likely the better tool. It's reliable, it's fast-acting, it uses that direct scientific approach for concentration and efficiency. Think of it like a personalized ambient world versus a really effective, focused metronome for your brain.
that nails it. Okay, so here's a final thought for you to chew on. We've talked about how they work, Brain.fm's fixed rhythms versus Endel's adaptive data.
Right, the source of the sound's structure.
Exactly. So consider this. How might that fundamental difference impact your brain long term? Does the consistent engineered rhythm of Brain.fm maybe train better self-directed focus over time? Or does the constantly adapting nature of Endel risk making your brain more reliant on that external input to find its state?
Hmm, that's interesting. Focus habit formation versus dependency.
Something to think about next time you're choosing your soundscape.